Hello, this is Satish Kumar Soni. Welcome to our YouTube channel SKS Education Tech. In this video, Learning and Teaching 2.1, we shall be presenting you the topic of blended learning and online and offline student-centric learning and teaching method. First, we shall explain concept of blended learning and teaching strategy. Then, how to prepare the self as a facilitator or as a faculty, and how to prepare the learners for blended learning. Then, how to select content for e-learning, and what are the benefits of the blended learning. Let us see what is blended learning. Blended learning is a teaching learning strategy that blends activities of traditional classroom and electronic learning resources. It comprises of interactions of students between both teacher in the classroom and with the electronic devices at home. It is also known as hybrid learning. Teacher facilitates learners by suggesting to self-learn at home using video lectures and other suggested online learning resources. Let us now see how a teacher or a faculty member can prepare for blended learning as facilitator. As faculty member, one should start believing in the strengths of self-learning and electronic learning and make sure that the students accept it and get interested to practice it. Faculty member should practice by operating implied technology with peers and few selected students as mock learners. Check for visibility of graphics and legibility of text and audibility of speech and voice. This will facilitate students to see the graphics clearly and comfortably. They will read the text properly and they will listen the speech and the voice properly. Teacher as facilitator preparing for blended learning. The faculty should train some students to perform collaborative learning by online mutual discussions, schedule date and time, and pre and post consultations with the students before launching blended learning, because students may not know how to collaborate in learning process from a distance using internet facilities. Develop an information sheet and creative assignments for students so that they can appreciate learning in the electronic mode. Information sheet should direct students to undertake suggested intermediate activities in video lectures after an interval of 12 to 15 minutes. You should not continuously see the video program. After 10 to 12 minutes, you should have a pause and some break and then do some other activities which facilitates your learning. Let us now consider the process of preparing learners for blended learning. Consider seriously the effect of age of learners on learning psychology, pedagogy, or andragogy. Adults should be respected well and explained why they should learn what the teacher wants them to learn. So, our students of college are adults for as far as learning is concerned, and they should be treated as adults. They will be interested in learning using blended learning mode when the faculty members involve all of them or few representative students selected by the total group of students in planning the total activities of blended learning. The students should get convinced to accept the new approach and its discipline to extract optimum benefits. And once the students get convinced that it is in their best interest and it is in the best interest of their future career, they will fall interested into the blended learning process. Inform students about minimum internet specifications, connectivity, speed, bandwidth, and optional devices, smartphone, laptop, pad, etc. for viewing digital resources for learning and doing expected intermediate tasks at home. Paying learners. The next step is checking the duration of video clips and chunks of e-learning resources what students are using in step-by-step manner. Each step should be for the duration of 9 to 13 minutes to be most effective, followed by some engaging activities and assessment efforts to sustain interest. So, very small quizzes, question answer sessions may be kept after 15 minutes or so. Orient learners about the time they choose to learn, the pace at which they can learn, when they should pause and why should they pause, what kind of place they should choose, and what kind of sequence of learning they should follow. So, all the five elements of their autonomy, time, pace, pause, place, and path, should be used in the best possible manner. How such parameters will affect the quality of learning, that should be known to the students. Let us see how to select content for blended learning. Thoroughly understand the spirit of curriculum and of the program outcomes and course outcomes given in the curriculum. Write down clear teaching objectives of the classroom learning and e-learning as implied in course outcomes of the curriculum. Select simpler to grasp portion of topic as content of online digital resources which learners shall be using and learning content with ease at home. Select introductory and overviewing the complex and confusing portion for your classroom delivery and presentations so that you face to face can explain and remove doubt of the students if any. Let us consider few more aspects for selecting content for blended learning. The presentation introduces the topic and suggests tips for better self-learning resources for further learning. Prepare and detailed instructional plan indicating time and activities expected by both teacher and taught. Explore and study some sample online resources before recommending them for learners. Develop additional e-resources if adequate content is not available online. Develop assignment sheets for engaging students in between viewing of consecutive e-learning media. Benefits of blended learning. It includes self-learning and therefore it is more student-centric method and has opportunities to save time to provide personal attention to learners. Learners have more autonomy to learn by having better control over time, place, pace, pause, and path of learning. Learners develop inquiry and search skills, orientation to virtual world, collaborative and life learning habits to prepare them to face challenges of future society and technologies. The fourth benefit, teacher can track learners' performance using learning management system LMS. It lowers teaching learning costs and ensures better return on investment for the institute. Learning management system LMS like Moodle, GCR, etc. have efficient communication between actors and collaborators in e-community environment. Now, we will focus on barriers in implementing blended learning. First barrier is faculty may not be aware of the fact that adult learners are intrinsically motivated to participate in such experimentation if made partners in pre-planning. Faculty may ignore the need to pre-train every participant in basic proficiency in operating the internet and related electronic devices. Students should accept to bear the cost of online technology before participating in blended learning. It is difficult to track individuals' progress in learning even after obtaining engagement attendance of all concerned learners. So, pre-planning partnership with students is essential. We are continuing the barriers in implementing blended learning. The complete understanding of the faculty and students regarding effective assessment tools and techniques, both quantitative and qualitative, both direct and indirect instruments. Next, learners shall have inhibitions to changed approach. It is the human nature, natural resistance to any change. Wastage of self-generated media resources if not used. The faculty members will get discouraged in making new recorded resources if the previously made resources are not effectively used. Lack of limited skills in teachers for developing additional electronic instructional graphics, PowerPoint presentations, animations, and short video programs. 9. Ensure proper teacher training in methods and media producing technologies so that Faculty members can also be confident and can also train the students to become partner in implementing blended learning. Let us now compare lecture method with blended learning from the point of view of faculty. Faculty, when practices preparing and delivering content regularly, the quality of his learning keeps on improving, while students are mostly passive listeners. In blended learning, faculty practices pre-planning and delivering a smaller chunk of content. The quality of learning of both teacher and taught keeps on improving. Both students and faculty are more active and effective learners. In lecture, faculty mostly communicates on display board with deficient quality of text and graphics. Students, due to their social media experiences, get distracted with the issues of quality. In blended learning, faculty appreciates and creates better online learning media, which has better quality of graphics, and students are happier with interest while learning in online mode. Let us now compare lecture and blended learning from the point of view of learners. In lecture, learners constantly struggles with the issue of visibility, audibility, and legibility of speech, text, and graphics due to deficient quality. Whereas learner in blended learning has better control over visibility and legibility due to self-learning using e-resources. In lecture, learner has no control over time, place, pace, pause, and path of learning. No discussions, no collaborative interactions with peers is possible. Self-learning is very much limited. In blended learning, learner has better control over time, place, pace, and path of learning. And ample collaborative learning and lifelong learning is automatically implied. We are comparing from the institute point of view the lecture method and blended learning. Institute needs higher cost of delivering services. It needs higher investment in land and building so that adequate number of classrooms, laboratory rooms can be built. In blended learning, institute invest almost 35 to 50% investment on land and building. Institute lower cost of operations as some cost of online delivery is shared by the learner. In lecture method, the tuition fees may be unaffordable to many, whereas in blended learning, the tuition fee is affordable cost to many and benefits of education can be extended to a large number of population. So, in one word, blended learning is far better than lecture method from the point of view of faculty, from the point of view of the students, and from the point of view of the institute.